Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, actually, I saw that and I ghosted you on that. It's the last thing. It was just food shop. I did it years ago. It was very fun. It's on the back.
I don't know, like,
Yeah. She would.
he's at 1, 2, 0.
I'm just asking. I had several. Yeah, do a fun show, so delete that voice. And so I need to look it up. Yeah, I think so. I cannot do it. It's wow. I'd rather be. Yeah.
It looks pretty cool.
Still, you know. Fill up. Your son, is he still?
He is.
Yeah, so it seems like we told this on Thursday, yeah, it's like next week's the problem. Which they don't know, but at the same time. And then the boys, was it? Since it's so close to home. Girls want to be. Oh, yeah. Big, yeah. Oh, Lord. We're gonna do it. I'm like, no, I will. Volume, bottom right.
Just test the mic. Yeah, they should have a test. She doesn't
All right, so I think, so this is muted for the mic, for the computer, and then Zoom is on.
Mic or volume mute.
Yeah, that's on the computer, and this Zoom is on.
Volume is what it is.
It's on YouTube live stream right now.
Yes, yes, YouTube live stream.
Listen there.
There, can you hear?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
7 seconds. Just in case there's profanity. That was
Yeah.
Call the meeting, this, regular meeting, the Bristol Borough Council, Mr. Woods, will you please pledge allegiance? Yes, Sean.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. This meeting is being held in compliance with the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act. It's been advertised in retrospect on the bulletin board downstairs and through all official borough social media channels. I ask for those of you who are present with us in the room, please put your phones on silent. And if you need to speak with somebody while we're conducting business, please do so outside of council chambers. Roll call, please.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Present.
Mr. McLoone. Ms. Morales.
Here.
Mr. Kerna. Mr. Strazza. Mr. Woods.
Here.
You have a quorum, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. First item on the agenda this evening is the public portion of the meeting. Anyone from the public who wishes to speak on any topic, please come forward, state your name and address for the record.
Well, my name's Ed Pinta, 128 Springs Avenue, and I'm go over my equal start project, which is the member garden, starting to close the council. Just making sure that we're gonna.
Perfect, absolutely, yeah. Why don't you walk us through it a little bit?
So I have the drawing here. We're gonna be digging this path out, and we're gonna put quarry chips in along the aluminum edging to keep everything contained, and potentially, if weather permits, we're gonna install some tanks.
Great. And this is in accordance, this was previously approved.
Correct.
And council, any questions on what's being proposed here?
What was the timeline for?
We're planning to start in the middle of November. November 16th is right now our preliminary date.
Anything else?
Good.
All right.
Thank you.
Look forward to it. Thank you very much for coming in.
Appreciate it. Thanks, sir.
Jennifer Furno, 3 East Cedar Avenue, also the owner of TheraSport Physical Therapy at 30 West Maple Ave. I just wanted to come tonight to let Borough and Council know that we have a new board for the Merchant Business and Professional Association that was elected in August. So I'm now elected as president. And Dr. Hunter Nicholas is the VP. Michael O'Malley from Brotherly Love is secretary. Johanna Hickman from Brotherly Love was elected as treasurer, and Nicole Nerden, who's also here tonight, was elected as the events coordinator. So one of the main things that we're trying to do with the business association is actually make it go from somewhat of I would say a club to a group that's meeting quarterly. We have board meetings now monthly. We also actually filed for our nonprofit status with and have a tax ID number. And I think one of our biggest things we would like to see happen, we've had multiple discussions about this, is a business registration. So I did send to Denise a draft of a potential business registration ordinance. I don't know if you got that via email last week, but I can send it again.
Please send
So,
it.
it came from Shop Merchantville, that's our email address. But it's something that we've talked about in conjunction with, we've done a lot of research on doing a bid, looking at business registration, looking at a club registration for the business association, and I just kind of wanted to throw it out there now that we've had multiple businesses I've talked about and are in favor of doing a borough ordinance for an actual business registration for brick and mortar businesses in the town to actually have a registry. With a fee that could potentially be used for business beautification, things to help the downtown become more thriving within the business community. So it's just something I think that we would like to have more discussion with mayor and council over the next several months and see kind of where we land on that and see your thoughts and our thoughts on that. So that's one of the reasons why.
Great. Any questions, council? Anything? We'll take a look at it,
Yep.
Ken, and we'll see what we can do, have some conversations.
Yeah, I think it's definitely just a partnership and a conversation at this point, and to see your thoughts moving forward.
What would the fee, we'll take a look at it, what would the?
We had suggested like a $60 yearly fee that potentially could go out with, the fire registration yearly fee at the same time for brick and mortar businesses, located within the borough, so.
And that's something that the members are supportive of?
Members who currently attend our meetings, and I'm not gonna say we get, all 80 businesses to attend our meetings, we generally have about 20 businesses that do attend, are in favor of that. I think the biggest thing is that they wanna make sure that a fee and a fund like this is kind of held in trust, that that money is dedicated to the use of the downtown and or the West End businesses, whether it be in, beautification of the streets, whether it be in, updating sidewalks, whether it be in marketing, that's a big one for us, marketing Shop Merchantville, and right now we do it on our own, actually Cole does all of that. We're not able to boost posts, we don't really have that budget to be able to do that, but we do think that would be helpful to either have someone take that over, that maybe a contractor that does that, or we have someone internally do it, but we're able to use money to boost those posts. It just brings more attention and awareness to the borough, it brings more attention to both the professional, services we have in the borough as well as the retail services. So that's probably one of the biggest things that we need is just that awareness. And most of the time things are social media. It could also be print ads, where instead of businesses, getting together to try and funnel their money, this could come out of a fee like this. So.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
Any other members of the public? All right, seeing and hearing none, we'll close the public portion of the meeting. We'll move to the public hearing on ordinance 2409, repealing chapter 94 zoning signs, section 9458 political signs. Anyone wishing to speak on that ordinance, please come forward, state your name and address for the record. Hearing and seeing none, we'll close the public hearing on ordinance 2409, repealing chapter 94 zoning signs, section 9458 political signs, and we will move into the adoption of ordinance 2409, repealing chapter 94 zoning signs, section 9458 political signs. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
I have a motion, Mr. Fitzgerald, second, Mr. Woods. Any discussion on the ordinance adoption? Hearing none, roll call please.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Aye.
Mr. Morales. Yes. Mr. Woods.
Yes.
Thank you very much, council. Okay, we have approval of minutes. First, the September 9th, 2024 meeting of Borough Council. Ms. Morales and Mr. Woods are able to vote on that. I'll accept the motion.
I'll make a
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions? And then the September 23rd, 2024 caucus meeting of Borough Council. Mr. Fitzgerald, Mr. Woods can vote on that.
Make a second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Thank you very much. Engineer report, Mr. Lee, unable to be with us here this evening.
He did not get a report out, but he did tell me that the only thing that he has on his list is that we're going to start the Somerset project on Wednesday. Notification is going out, has gone out today, and that project will begin Wednesday, and there will be no interruption on the use of the community center, and they assume it will take about 2 weeks.
Okay. Great. Any questions about that? Otherwise, it's nice to be able to drive down Maple Avenue. I know it's come that up and do with that, but it is nice. Any correspondence?
No, you're not.
Okay. We'll move into council reports. Mr. Woods, we'll start with you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Just a couple quick updates from the green team. I want to thank Carrie Messer for all her hard work. We were approved for $2,500 grant to continue to pursue, and this is something that we had talked about a while ago from Shade Tree, potentially developing a tiny forest area along the bike path, which where we had proposed originally. So this $2,500 grant will allow us to take next steps and potentially figure out where and find out the space for the potential tiny forest. The other thing I'll mention, and also from the green team, I want to thank them for all their hard work. Burnsville was once again designated as bronze status for the Sustainable Jersey program. And that concludes my report for tonight. To answer your questions.
Any questions for Mr. Woods on that? Ray, the only question I have, and you might not be able to answer this, how far are we from silver?
And so it was actually difficult for us to get obtain bronze again, because some of the things you can't use the second time around. So I think there would be a lot of effort that would need to take place, not just from the green team, from others to get us to that mark.
An annual certification or?
It's every 3 years. I mean, I think that you can go from a different accredited level to another, not within that span, but you have to recertify the years. So if we did reapply for bronze status in 3 years, we just wouldn't have a status. But in the interim, you could apply for silver.
Sure. I wonder if we can sort of try and set a path to silver and figure out what that means.
Yeah, I think what might be helpful, I know the green team's taking a lot of this under their belt, but maybe create like a joint committee amongst like the Shade Tree, the green team, other entities that may play a role in this to figure out, so we can, everybody can coordinate and figure out what we need to do.
Should we call path to gold though, because path to silver seems to
Yeah.
be giving out. We'll hit silver on the way. All right. Yeah. Ms. Reynolds?
Good to be here with all of you tonight. I want to start off with council report. The money turned over to the borough for the month of October was $51,258.71. The cases that were added this past month were 149, and 365 cases were disposed. For the month of September, we had 5 virtual sessions and 2 in-person court sessions. Tomorrow, Tuesday, October the 15th, we have a diversity committee meeting scheduled. We are going to be doing it hybrid here at the town council, at the borough. This office right here. And I'll talk a little bit about the mission statement and events that we would like to happen for 2025. An update is that Gaskins stepped down from the diversity committee. Mr. Lawson, welcome her to join should her schedule permit.
Great.
Any questions?
Questions? The only thing I will add, this, I think you would have gotten a copy of this. Ms. Morales is the retirement letter of our longtime court administrator, Maureen Higgins, or Finnegan Higgins. Yeah, you can't even say that. That's the problem. And Maureen has been working with the borough for quite a few years. You can tell because she addressed it Dear Teddy. Which obviously means that she knew me before my current position.
1996.
Yes, so we wish Maureen well. She'll be retiring at the end of January 2025. So if you have an opportunity to see Maureen, hopefully not because you're at court, but please wish her well. She's done a lot for our borough for a very long time, and is always on call, as she let me know many times. So, thank you to Maureen. Okay. Mr. Fitzgerald.
Thank you, Your Honor. Board of Ed met on October 7th. Not much report there, some early praise showing good signs of improvement over the last couple of years. COVID kind of did a number on them. They do a annual report showing status updates in terms of math, reading, science. And they are showing. Also want to mention that upcoming weekend, the 18th and the 19th, this haunted house is done at the school. Please, if you get a chance, stop by. All proceeds go to the 8th grade graduating class events. Board of Health, we met on the 10th, continuing to do work on the wellness campaign. The county, Camden County has also put out notice about their vaccine drives that will be taking place all across the county for RSV, COVID, and flu. I'll be meeting up with the director sometime this week to go over what we're going to be looking at for the next 3 months. The wind is adding to the amount of leaves coming down, or larger as the months proceed. Want to make sure that they're keeping up with that, with also along the parks. Want to thank them for working around the construction that was taking place on Maple and Browning. Also a speedy recovery to Chris, who was injured. We have been able to bring in someone to fill in the space in the time period that he's going to be out. Merchantable Business Professionals Association met on the 21st. And kind of filled everything in there, so there's really not too much that I gather besides saying for that. So also emergency management, I'm hoping we'll be meeting up with him sometime in the next week to discuss all the upcoming events. Some of those public events, we have the zombie run on the 26th, Halloween obviously is on the 31st. Thank you to the scouts for bringing out the house again into the center of town to all the events that have taken place over the past couple months, the Fauna Market, the Roddy's Treasures, Scout Food Toy Fair, the Music Fest, and when I missed, I apologize. We also have upcoming the pumpkin decorating contest, also virtual obviously, and hopefully upcoming walking tour. And finally, from communications, the website is still being worked out, but all pertinent news is being put out through Facebook. So please, if you haven't, like and subscribe for updates through there. And that's all I have.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fitzgerald. The only thing I will add is that we've also made some, we're able to make some additional improvements to the website. We can still do business with the borough while the website's under construction. You can still access all calendar, records, minutes, meeting minutes, and agendas and things of that nature on the website now, but we will be more active on social media while the website is undergoing reconstruction.
Do we know like a timeline, how long they're going to be working on that?
We don't, no, not right now.
Because that was one of the things that I think we had on the agenda for tomorrow's Saturday movie. If there's any updates that we needed to put on the website, when and how should we send them over?
You should send them over to Rebecca and they'll be updated either through social media at this point or there is some calendar function, some events function that is available on the website currently, even though it's under construction. Yep. Questions from Mr. Fitzgerald? All right. Clerk's report.
Mr. Fitzgerald said most of the things, but I just wanted to point out that the award for the House of Merchantville will be on Halloween evening at the Witch's House at 8:30. The market is November 16th, the last one, but it's a holiday market. And we will be having a grant award announcement on October 22nd at 11 a.m. at the Merchantville Mile. If anyone's interested, and that's for the award of the $850,000 grant we received. And tomorrow, if anyone is interested on council or in the audience, Fox News will be at West Walnut Avenue at 7:30 a.m. and then at the gazebo and the station area at 8:30 a.m. to do a story on Monsterville.
Questions from Mrs. Kraus? All right, hearing none. Community development report, I didn't really get a specific report from Rebecca, but I was going to discuss what Mrs. Kraus just announced, October 22nd at 11 a.m. We're having a funding announcement. That's the congressional funding for the improvements of the multi-use path that our friends in government, the federal government were nice enough to award to Borough. Grant funding is going to fund lighting and other improvements, resurfacing, et cetera, for the multi-use path. So if you can be there, and Congressman Norcross's office is going to be there. I don't know if Senator Booker's office, they will be there as well. So come on out. It's a great event to announce such great news. Additionally, as I'm sure many of you know, at the land use meeting last week, on the 8th, the land use board approved the site plan and variance for the PNC, old PNC Bank building for the Lodge and Esther restaurant use. So it's a great development and step forward for the development of that site, which has been 15+ years in the making. And it sounded like, based upon testimony, that they're looking at a late summer, early fall opening. So, 2025. So we're looking forward to that. That'll be a nice, nice development. That's all for the community development. Questions? All right, CFO report. I don't think I have anything small of any notes. Old business, I don't have any listed here. We move into new business. We have the approved the facility for the haunted walking tour and the sip and shop event. To
Yes.
yeah, you want to just talk about them and then we can make the rational vote from this fine.
So we have two applications from the Merchantville Business and Professional Association. The one is for the haunted walking tour for Monsterville. The event date is 10/25. Is there, can you clarify? Okay, and that's what it looks like it is.
Yes.
Okay. Starting at 6:00 p.m., running until 9:45 p.m. We'll start at the gazebo and it'll be a walking tour of the downtown businesses. Has approvals from Public Works, Community Development, Fire, Police. Still waiting Public Safety and for Council's approval. So I'll make a motion to approve the application, if provided it has all necessary approvals.
Motion second on the haunted walking tour application. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
The second, also from the Merchantville Business and Professional Association, is for a sit and shop event on November 30th, starting at 11 a.m. and running till 3 p.m. They anticipate a size of approximately 100. The plan is to have beer and wine and liquor vendors throughout the town to set up sampling areas for people to try their beverages, and then also for other vendors who may not have licenses for alcohol beverages to offer non-alcoholic items. It'll be used, they're looking to use the gazebo, the triangle, Morrissey Park, and other street and sidewalk locations near Brotherly Love Creations. It does not have any approvals at the moment, and it looks like from the fire chief, they are looking for a map of vendor locations. So I would make a motion to approve, provided that we receive a map of locations that's approved by fire and public safety and all of the necessary approvals that are needed.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? None, all fair. Aye. Opposed? All right, thank you very much. Okay, we have 4, 5, 6 resolutions to be read by consent agenda this evening. Does anyone have any objection to reading those as a consent agenda? All right, hearing none, I'm going to read through the resolutions to be read by consent agenda. Resolution 2492, NJDOT 2023 Road Project Change Order 1 and final. Resolution 2493, Camden County Cooperative for Deer Carcass Removal. Resolution 2494, Chapter 159, Special Items of Revenue. Resolution 2495, authorized the borough to become a contributor to the disability insurance with the Department of Labor. Resolution 2497, Total Disabled Veteran Allowance, and Resolution 2498, Fair and Open Criteria. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Motion, Mr. Fitzgerald. Second is Mr. Woods. Roll call, please.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Aye.
Ms. Morales. Mr. Wood.
Yes.
We have one ordinance that is being introduced this evening. This is an introduction for first reading, considered for adoption in public hearing during the November 4th council meeting. Ordinance 24-10, Chapter 25 Fees, adding Article 4 Commercial Film. Do I have a motion to introduce?
So moved.
Second. I have a motion, Mr. Woods. Second is Mr. Fitzgerald. Any discussion on the introduction of this ordinance? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Aye.
Ms. Morales.
Yes.
Mr. Wood.
Yes.
Okay. Next, we have the payment of the bills. You want to give it? Go for it, right?
I'd like to make a motion for resolution 2499 for payment of the bills in total of $453,066.44.
I have a first from Mr. Wood, second by Ms. Morales. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Aye.
Ms. Morales. Yes. Mr. Wood.
Yes.
Any other announcements other than what we have already announced? Okay. Anyone else? Any announcements? The only question I have is for the next meeting. We do have a couple of items that we voted on. Is everybody available for the 28th as of right now? This is one council person on the 28th already.
So we have at least 3.
All right. So I guess we'll keep it on today. All right.
Okay.
Nothing for private session this evening. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Motion, Mr. Fitzgerald, second, Mr. Woods at 7:58 p.m. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Thank you very much.
I wonder if
So you just.
Well, I was like, oh, because Chris was like, well, we can, because you'll have to sit there, make sure they got it, like, this will be fine.
Yeah, we were away until today, we're waiting. We got it.